You are now listening to Belligerent State of Mind.
Yeah.
But yo, before we get into it though, man, we're gonna start every show up like we do. We start with a segment called Nuff Respect Due, where we give props and pay homage to somebody while they're still here, man. We gotta wait till they pass. We give them their props while they're still here, man. So it's on me this week, right? I hope so.
Yes,
I did all this research, man. I hope so. So, yo, man, I got to give a big shout out to this dude, man. He was just doing the research on this. This dude has been part of my like just life and shit, and whether it's through the radio, whether it's through TV, whatever, for like 30 years, for like the past 30 years, this dude has always been in my zeitgeist, man. So my Nuff Respect Due this week is the man. His name, he was born as James Roberts in Hollis, Queens, New York. Talking about the one and only Mr. Ed Lover, man.
Yes.
Ed Lover.
Yes.
Lover,
I figured it. I looked in the background and I said,
Ed Lover, man.
yes.
This dude has been in my fucking vision. This dude, I just real quick with Ed Lover, yo. This dude, Ed Lover, like he's always. I mentioned this shit when we did We So Classic. For some reason, I always had a connection to Ed Lover. First of all, he was born like maybe like 4 blocks down from where we was at on Murdoch and shit. He grew up with my science teacher in school. He worked at the Andrew Jackson High School where my aunt went to. He used to bowl with 2 of my uncles. He might play basketball with them. This dude was always around in my family in some kind of way, man. But yo, shout out to this dude. Like I said, Ed Lover, born in Hollis, Queens. So his first introduction to the industry, he started out in a group. You remember this group called No Face? Y'all remember them? Damn, y'all remember No Face, man? Yeah, he was in a group called No Face, man. They had a couple of videos out. In New York, it was okay. They had a little run. I remember No Face. Shit,
so if they had a run in New York, down south, we would have loved it.
Their main thing was their group was like they did like raunchy songs. It was like raunchy songs, like 2 Live Crews type of like raunchy songs and stuff like that. It was a big gimmick. It was a big gimmick, but so like I said, the group started earlier on, but then once he blew up, and then he brought them back out again, and then they kind of, I don't know. I'm surprised we said something, but I can see you not remembering Lou Hall because you wasn't in New York and shit, but. Anyway, but he started.
Are you serious? No.
You
are you surprised that I don't know?
Yeah, they was on the box all the time. The videos would come on all the time, yo. But it was him and Kavan Shah and Mark Sex and shit. So they was actually they released one album. It's called Wake Your Daughter Up, and they was on and they was on No Face Records, which was part of like Rush Associated labels and shit. So like they came out kind of hot, man. But I mean, what we mainly remember Ed Lover from, man, along with his partner Dr. Dre, they started in March 13th, 1989. Yo MTV Raps Today. Yeah, man. That was the daily Yo MTV Rap joint because we already had the Fat Five Freddy. We had Fat Five Freddy doing it. So then Ted Demi, man, he decided to just make the shit a daily show, man. And then it was Ed and Dre there. I was there every single day watching Yo MTV Raps, man. Never missed the episode. That was my shit, yo. Wow. So their main thing was like, because along with video, and they were the main competition for video music box with Ralph McDaniel. So it was kind of like the same kind of concept where they would play like brand new videos and they would do interviews and live performances in studio. So which is pretty cool and shit, man. It was dope. Yo MTV Raps is classic show.
I agree.
All the clips are on YouTube. If y'all never seen them, it was just dope. It was that hip hop was so much fun back in the days, man. Just discovering brand new shit. Like you don't know what you turn it into. Every day you turn an episode, you don't know you're gonna see a brand new video you never heard before. Send some shit you heard already. It was just exciting, man. It was some good shit, man. It was some good shit. Yo, so Ed Lover, so one of his It's all about comedy and music. So one of the skits that they used to do, he did a shit called the Ed Lover dance and shit. You know, see what the Ed Lover dance? And they performed to the 900 number track by the Mark the 45 King. So that was a classic joint. That shit was dope, man. That was dope. Like I said, the show had a memorable run, a lot of great moments, man. But the fucking end. I mean, well, first of all, even before the end, though, you had like fucking leaders of the new school broke up. They broke up on your home TV raps. Remember the Tupac episode where Ed Lover had to cover Tupac's mouth because Tupac was saying some reckless shit? It was classic, though. And the freestyles. Ed Lover was dope with the freestyle. He would get right in there with the freestyles and shit. Ed Lover was dope with that, man. But like I said, that last episode, they ended in August of 1995, man. Like, they had one of the dopest hip hop ciphers of all fucking time, yo. I watched that shit again. Oh my god, man. So we had Rakim, KRS-One, Eric Sermon, Chubb Rock, MC Search, Redman, Method Man, Large Professor, Special Ed, and Craig Mack, man. God damn, yo. And every hip hop artist in the world was on that last episode, like Tribe and Salt and Pepper. Everybody was there. Naughty by Nature. Everybody was there.
I was just about to say Naughty.
Everybody was on that last episode, man. You know, they had to pay respect because, like, these dudes, along with Video Music Box, like, helped launch these people's career, man, by showing their videos and shit, man. So that shit was dope. So like I said, that ended in 95, but right in between there, before then, oh man, for me personally living in New York, that morning show, man, with Ed, Lisa, and Dre.
Yeah.
Yo.
What's up, y'all? What you gotta say? Who's on with Ed, Lisa, and Dre?
Every single morning before I went to school. That shit was on. I had my Walkman on the bus every single morning. Never failed, man. Listen to that shit. And as my man Reset said, the roll call. They had a skit where they did the roll. They called the roll call. I was on a roll call twice.
I was on there a few times, dude.
I heard
times, dude.
As a matter of fact, I heard one of your times because you put it on tape. I remember you put it on tape, and that was when you was going by the moniker of Flavor Don.
That was my shit, man. Yo, so I was on a roll call twice, and I won fucking $97, and they had on Hot 97. I talked to Ed Lover on the phone, and it was you had to it was something where they did like a guess the song. They played like a little snippet of the song, and then so what it is, they played like a 2-second snippet of the 5 songs. You had to guess what song it is. So I didn't know like 2 of the songs, but the kid that went the day before, he got those 2, but he messed up at the end. So then they was like, okay, we're gonna do it, the next day. So I was like, oh, I know the rest. I didn't know those 2, but I know the rest. And I got right through. I had that shit on tape too. He's like, oh, who's on the line? I was like, Damien. He's like, hey, he's like, hey, Damien. I was like, I got it. I got the thing. Oh man, but it was dope. That was cool. Then he said my whole government. I said my whole fucking name. That's what it is. I said my whole name and shit. He was like, Damien, you won that. So that's what's up. But anyway, like I said, that morning show was the shit though, man. I love the morning show, man. It was cool because it was before the morning show turned into all this raunchy shit. Because they just did like straight clean comedy, man. You know what I'm saying? The dude that followed behind Ed Lover, Star. That's when they got into that raunchy shit and all that. Yeah, if I want to hear that, I turn that Howard Stern. I ain't want to listen to all that raunchy shit, man. You don't listen to nice, clean, funny comedy and shit with Ed Lover, man. Not that mean shit, man. But 1993, they also debuted. They had a movie out. Him and Dre, man, called Who's the Man? Who's the Man? April 1993.
They found oil up in Harlem.
A dope hip hop movie, man. It's just like Crush Groove, where every single hip hop artist in the world was on that fucking movie, man. Every hip hop artist in the world was in that movie.
Yo, how many times did Ed Lover get slapped in the movie?
That was the ongoing joke and shit, right? He get slapped. That was the
making up lies with all the girls.
Shout out to Yo-Yo.
So, they're keeping this shit going since 1993, the show debut, the movie debut, and then they released the album in 1994, man, called Back Up Off Me, man. And I love this shit, too. I was all into these dudes, man. So they released 2 singles. The first one was Back Up Off Me, Back Up Off Me, Back Up Off Me. That was dope. And then they had For the Love of You. For the Love of You was down. I love that one. That shit was really fucking dope, man. That was a dope video. Him and his daughter, I think, was in the video. That song was dope. That song was really dope, man. Shout out to Ed Lover with that. They also had a song on the album with Biggie called "Who's the Man."
Yes,
Who's the Man and shit. Yep. So, all right. Unfortunately, the morning show they got they got removed from the morning show in 1998. I think I'm almost positive Star replaced them. Yes, I think Star replaced them then, and then. The whole Hot 97 morning show from that point on, I don't think they ever had a steady morning show host from that point on, because they went from Star, then it went to like Miss Jones, and then it's back to Star. Then it was, I think Joe Budden was up there one time. It was just a whole bunch of mess, man. Like I think Ed Lover and them, they actually came back for like a couple of months. Then they was going again. It was just so much, man, just so much. So he finally ended up going to Power 105 in New York City in 2003. He stayed there to 2010. He had a lot of shows, all different time slots, morning show, afternoon show, evening shows, old school shows, man. This dude has just been working ever since the fucking 1993 in radio. He's been somewhere. He went to Kiss FM. He went to 2 different stations in Philly, old school 100.3. Then he went to 107.9 with Moni Love. Him and Moni Love started something. And then him and Moni Love, then they end up doing like a syndicated show out of Philadelphia. Then he also went to Atlanta. He did video in Atlanta for many years. And as of right now, he's in Chicago right now. He got a show in Chicago right now on the classic hip hop station. So we still out there doing his thing, man. And but 2009, that's when he started one of his famous catchphrase. He turned that shit into a whole web series called Come on, son. Where he would just, would criticize just crazy acts of celebrities, and he turned that shit into a whole little empire, man. Like the YouTube series, and he has a podcast too. He has a podcast out right now. Y'all should check it out. It's called Come On, Son, the podcast, which is pretty dope, man. And he's just been doing this thing. Like I said, this dude has been working ever since 1989 in the industry. Every single year, he's always in something. And there's not even count. He's been in countless movies, TV shows, The Cosby Show, and celebrity, everything, reality shows, everything, man. Like, this dude is dope. I love Ed Lover, man. I just want to give a big shout out and props to this dude. I don't think he gets enough respect at all. I don't think, my personal opinion and shit, man. So just want to give props to him, man, on this one. So Nuff Respect Due to my man Ed Lover.
Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yo, D, that Yo MTV Raps with Ed Lover and Dr. Dre, that's what made your boy want to get those Technique SP 1200s, man. I mean, that's what it was. I mean, I got the 1210s with the gray and back. I couldn't get the Autofons. I settled with some Stanton. You know what I'm saying? And that's what really put me on. Watching Dr. Dre cut up those records on Yo MTV Raps. You have Ed Lover freestyling to them. And come on, man, a classic morning show. They gave me a gift bag that's worth over $150 full of Cash Money CDs off one of the contests that I won. And they also gave me tickets to, I believe it was Speed in the city where Lil Wayne was supposed to come, and police wouldn't let him inside. And yo, man, I wish I knew who was with me, because they probably, I'm thinking it was the same night that it wasn't the same night they got caught with that and had to do the diamond upstate. But it was terrible back then. But anyway, Ed Lover, he had the roll call. He had the guests on there. The morning show is classic. Steph Lover. I'm thinking about Steph Lover.
Yeah.
That's who I'm thinking about.
Shout out to Steph Lover, man.
Yeah, man. Ed Lover classic. And like you said, D, he was in comp with Uncle Ralph McDaniels on Video Music Box. Video Music Box started at 3:30. Yo MTV Rap started, I believe, at 4:30 or 4 o'clock. I think we used to go back and forth. Oh my goodness gracious. It was ridiculous. They were in deep competition. It was real. That's crazy, right? Back in the day, we had 2 nice hip hop shows, right? Isn't that crazy?
And shit. And then when you fuck around with them to go off, then you turn to the box. Turn to the box. Watch that shit for the rest of the day.
That's it.
The rest of the day, yo.
That's it. Great choice. Ed Lover. Enough respect, dude, for sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that definitely was a real good choice, man. Going back to the movie, Who's the Man? I mean, I used to play that over and over and over. I mean, you look at the actors and actresses that was in that movie. I mean, you had Terrence Howard, Kid Capri, Fab Five Freddy, who else? Vincent Pastore. Who's been in the mob movies, Colin Quinn, my man, Dennis Leary.
Okay, yeah.
He was the cop.
He was the captain.
Messing up that name. Yeah, he was messing up things. He was like Dree, Lorver. Yeah, man, Ice-T. I mean, it was just a gang of people that was in that movie, man. I remember they would always go to my man in the movie, and they needed some type of ballistics. They'd be like, Fuji, and he'd mess up. Bow-Legged Lou. He was singing at my man Nick's funeral when he passed. Brother Nick, we gonna miss you.
That's the first time I knew his voice was like that and shit. I didn't know his voice was that deep, yo.
Because we always seen him on house party.
House party,
I smell.
Which was like a year earlier, yeah. That was like a year before and shit. Yeah.
But yeah, that movie was just bananas, man. Good pick, man. Real good pick. Real good,
man. Shout out to Ed Lover, man. My man, yo.